Hello students. So in the previous class we were talking about in this chapter, and that is the pollution of air and water. And in this chapter student we discuss about that what is pollution, what are the substances which is responsible for causing the pollution, which is known as the pollutants. And in this students we started with that of the pollution of air, and we discussed that the undesirable changes that occur in the air and causes the change in its physical, chemical as well as a biological characteristics, that is known as a air pollution. And the substances which is responsible for causing this pollution, causing this change, is known as a pollutant. So we already had discussed about the different types of causes, students, which includes the natural cause, which also includes the human activities, how human activities are responsible for causing this problem, causing this pollution of air and water. Now you see students, if we talk about the pollution only, so causes in a human cause and that of the natural cause. So natural cause is there, then human activities are there. Okay, a lot of things are responsible for that. These are the causes. So you see in the natural cause, if you see volcanic eruption is responsible for that, and sandstorm is there, which is also responsible for causing the air pollution. If we talk about the human activities, which causes a major problem, major pollution in the air, and you see emission from that of the vehicle, exhaust from that of the factories, use of aerosols, all these things are responsible for the cause of the air pollution. Okay, combustion of the fuel. Now, what are the different substances which is responsible for causing this air pollution, students? So, you see a lot of substances are there, like carbon monoxide. Okay, then carbon dioxide. Okay, carbon dioxide. Then sulfur dioxide is there, students. We also have studied that some of the particles which remain suspended in the atmosphere, that is known as a suspended particulate matter, are also responsible for causing the pollution. So we use a term for it in a short form, that is SPMs. SPM's full form is suspended particulate matters. Okay, suspended particulate matter is responsible for causing the pollution. And finally, when we were saying that use of aerosol, so you see students, the aerosol sprays like that of a chlorofluorocarbons, this is also responsible for causing the pollution. So we will also include the chlorofluorocarbon or CFCs. You see students, all these are the highly toxic gases which is responsible for increasing the temperature, as well as it is also responsible for release of the because these all are the toxic gases, so when they get released in the air, ultimately it will causes the respiratory disorder. Okay, so this is all the pollutants, the substances, harmful substances which degrade the quality of the air. Now we have discussed all these things. Now let us discuss the one thing, and that is the effect of the air pollution. Okay, these substances are there which affect the quality of the air, but what will be the effect occur? What will be the result if this pollutant will remain there, or if there will be increase in that of the air pollution? So here students, we already had discussed that air pollution, it affects that of the our global environment, which includes the plant, which includes the animal. And the effect, you can say, the consequences of this air pollution leads to the three things. That is, the first one is the greenhouse effect. Then acid rain is also there, or smog. All these things are what? These are the result of that of the air pollution. Okay, so we can write it that air pollution affects the global environment and leads to the first one, greenhouse effect, then acid rain, and finally smog. All these things are the result of that of the air pollution. Now students, let us discuss each of them one by one so that we can understand. So the first one is the greenhouse effect, student, or you can use another term for it, that is global warming. Okay, so let's start with that of the global warming. Global warming. First one is that of the global warming. So you see student, the name is given the global warming. Warming, it means heat. Global, it means our globe, that is our earth. So you can understand by this term that heating of that of the earth's surface or warming of our earth's surface is, we called the term for it, we use the term for it, that is global warming. Now what is the effect, students? You see why this global warming occurs. Basically, you see in our environment there are a lot of greenhouse gases are there. Now what is the role of these greenhouse gases? Let me tell you one thing, that what is a greenhouse, students? So you see, greenhouse is what? A house which is made up of a glass. Okay, and it is a property of a glass or a glass house that it used to trap the heat inside it but does not allow the light to go back in the atmosphere again. Okay, the same thing is the function of that of the greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases, they are having the property of trapping the sunlight which is coming in the environment, in the atmosphere. Okay, so they used to trap the heat, but they do not allow this heat, they do not allow the sunlight to again get reflected back into the back from that of the atmosphere. Okay, so they used to absorb the heat, they used to trap the heat, and because of that only our earth's surface is, the temperature is maintained, you can say. Otherwise, if there will be no greenhouse gases, then ultimately the temperature of the earth, it will be very cold. So because of the presence of the greenhouse gases, our earth atmosphere, our earth temperature is warm. But what will happen if the temperature is much more? So if the temperature is much more, it means the greenhouse gases, they are trapping much more heat energy. And if the surface, if Earth's surface temperature is very high, so ultimately it will lead to the melting of the glaciers and the icebergs. And this will lead to the rise in the level of the sea. Okay. So this will lead to that of the global warming. Let me tell you all the thing one by one. So we can write the definition. First of all, the first point is of that of the greenhouse effect. What is a greenhouse effect, student? So The greenhouse effect it is a natural process by which the earth atmosphere traps the solar energy coming towards the earth, and basically this happened due to the presence of the greenhouse gases like that of the carbon dioxide. Okay, so we can write it that it is a process in which the Earth's atmosphere traps the solar energy due to the presence of the gases like that of the carbon dioxide. Let me write carbon dioxide as CO2. Then water vapor is there, students. They are also responsible for absorption, and methane. These gases, they are known as the greenhouse gases. Okay. Green okay, so you see student, what is the greenhouse effect? What is the definition of the greenhouse? So it is a process in which the earth atmosphere traps the solar energy due to the presence of the gases such as that of the carbon dioxide or water vapor or methane. These gases, they are known as the greenhouse gases, and they are responsible for absorption of the sun. Okay, now the second point, student, that how this occur. So basically when the sunlight enters, they used to trap the heat coming from the sunlight, and it help in giving the environment, it help in making the warm environment. Otherwise what will happen, our climate or our atmosphere will be very cold. So because of the presence of the greenhouse gases, they are only responsible for warming the temperature or warming the surface of the earth. Okay. So we can write it that. So this is the greenhouse effect. Okay. Now, basically what happened here, students, when the in the Earth's atmosphere, gets trapped by these greenhouse gases. Okay, so these greenhouse gases, they used to trap the heat. Okay, you can say that because of that, our environment is warm. In the absence of these gases, may lead to a cold atmosphere. Okay, or it will lead to a cold climate. Okay, cold, and it is this much cold that it will not help us to sustain the life of a living organism. Okay, so we can understand by this that greenhouse gases, they are very good for us because they are trapping the heat and they help in maintaining the temperature of the earth. But if an increase in the amount of the heat occur, okay, so we can write it that if there will be more greenhouse gases, then what will happen? If more greenhouse gases are there, that is beyond the limit, then what will happen, student? If more greenhouse gases will be there, then more absorption of the heat or more trapping of the sunlight will occur. Okay, so more trapping of sunlight occur, due to which causes rise in temperature in the Earth's surface. Rise in temperature of the Earth's surface. Okay, so due to the rise in the temperature, students, due to the more greenhouse gases, they will trap more sunlight and ultimately leads to the rise in the temperature. Now, this is only known as the global warming because now the temperature is very high, or now the Earth's surface is more warm. So that is why we can say it is the global warming. So by this we can define that the unnatural increase in the earth surface or unnatural increase of the temperature of the earth surface due to the presence or due to the increase in the level of the greenhouse gases leads to the global warming. Okay. So we can write the definition of that of the global warming. I think by the name itself, student, you are able to understand that what is the meaning of the global warming. So we can write it. The unnatural increase in the temperature of the Earth's surface so unwanted increase in the temperature of the Earth's surface due to increase in the amount of greenhouse gases beyond limit causes global warming. Okay, So you can see, students, that the unnatural increase of the temperature of the Earth's surface due to the increase in the amount of the greenhouse gases beyond its limit, it causes the global warming. So we can also say that the greenhouse effect leads to global warming. Okay, so we can also say that greenhouse effect leads to the global warming. Okay, greenhouse effect is responsible for causing the global warming. Now, what are the effects or the bad impact of the global warming on our environment, students? So the first one is the rise in the sea level, and the second one is the reduction in the rainfall. Okay, so reduced rainfall and rise in the sea level is the adverse effect of the global warming. So we can say that global warming occur due to that of the greenhouse gases, due to the greenhouse effect, but the global warming it is not good for our earth, because it is having some bad impact, it is having adverse effect on our nature. So we can write it, that is adverse effect of the global warming The first one is the rise in sea level. Okay. And the second one is the reduced rainfall. So you see, student, rise in the sea level and reduced rainfall is the bad consequences of the global warming. We will discuss both of them one by one. So if you see the first one, you are able to understand that rise in the sea level. What does that mean? That the level of the sea got increased. How? You see, if we talk about the global warming, that is what unnatural increase of the temperature of the earth. So if the earth become warm, if the temperature of the earth is high, then ultimately it will lead to the melting of the glaciers and that of the icebergs. Right? So icebergs, so the glaciers, when they get melted, so they will convert into water, and due to which it level of the water or increase in that of the sea level. Okay. So we can say that, okay, so rise in the sea level because of the high temperature, the level of the sea got increased, and it will also cause flood in the low-lying coastal areas. Okay, so we will write the first one, and that is the rise in sea level. Adverse effect of the global warming. So you see, students, the first one is the rise in sea level. So you see, rise in the temperature of the atmosphere, we can say that rise in the temperature of atmosphere leads to the melting of the glaciers. Okay, so we can say that leads to the melting of the glaciers. Okay, so rise in the temperature of the atmosphere leads to the melting of the glaciers, and because of that, there will be a rise in the sea level. Okay, so because of that there will be rise in that of the sea level, and flood in the low-lying coastal area. Okay, so rise in the sea level. Because of that, there will be a rise in the sea level and the flood in the low-lying coastal area. So, rise in the sea level is the first adverse effect of that of the global warming. Now, if we see the second one, students, so second one is the reduced rainfall. So, how the global warming leads to that of the reduced rainfall, students? So, global warming, it do not allow the process of the precipitation, or we can say that it prevents the condensation of the water vapor into water through the process of the precipitation. And since it prevents the process of the condensation, students, so ultimately it will lead to the reduction in the rainfall. And if there will be reduced rainfall occur on the earth's surface, ultimately it will lead to the drought. Okay, because you know that the rainfall is what? It is the only, we can say that it is the only source by which we can maintain the level of the water. Either it is a water bodies or either it is that of the groundwater, all will be replenished again by that of the rainfall. So we can say that rainfall is a major source of the water, and because of the global warming there will be the reduction or in the process of the condensation, and ultimately leads to the reduced rainfall. So global warming may prevent condensation of the water. So first point we will write it in that of the reduced rainfall. So we can say that it prevents the process of condensation. Okay, process of condensation. What is the process of a condensation, student? You all know that is conversion of the water vapor into water which is present in the clouds. Okay, so you know that the water vapor, they form when they get condensed, there will be the formation of the clouds, and which ultimately leads to the rainfall. Okay, so it prevents the process of a condensation of the water vapor in water, which results in reduced precipitation. Because if you see, student, the process of the conversion of the water vapor to water will be prevented, will be reduced. So ultimately the process of the precipitation will also get reduced. It means the rainfall also get reduced, and you can understand by this that this will lead to the drought condition, because if there will be no rainfall, then this rainfall will be not available for the crop. And reduced rainfall, students, this may produce the drought condition. This may produce the drought situation. Okay, and even if this will continue, student, this drought situation will continue, so it will lead to the desert area, or leads to the formation of the large area of the earth into the desert. Okay, so we can say that this may produce the drought situation, also leads to the large area into desert. Okay, So reduced rainfall it causes because of the global warming. So by this, students, you have understood the first term, that is the global warming. Global warming, it is caused due to that of the greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases, they trap the sunlight and ultimately it will increases the temperature of the earth atmosphere and leads to that of the global warming, because the definition of the global warming itself says that the unnatural increase in the temperature of the earth's surface is the global warming. Okay. Then the second thing, that what is there any effect of this, how can you say that the global warming is the cause the air pollution, students? So because it shows some adverse effect on our environment, so we can say that it causes the air pollution. So the first one is that it increases the sea level. Because of the high temperature, the level of the sea got increased. And the second thing is, student, the reduced rainfall. So it prevents the process of the condensation, which leads to the drought, and because of the drought, large area of the earth's surface may become desert. Okay, so because of that only, student, we can cause that global warming is not good for the earth, or it causes the air pollution. Okay.